Okay, so real talk. I am definitely someone who I hear the community on this film, and I feel really bad, and I'm definitely gonna be I'm definitely separating myself with this film from a lot of critics and audiences because unfortunately when I could see I was an Xbox gamer and this was a PlayStation exclusive. So I have no emotional attachment to Uncharted, the video game. I have nothing to compare it to, and I'm sorry about that. All I can do is take Uncharted, the movie, at its just as is. I have no idea how good this is in comparison to the video game. It might be terrible. So remember that this is going to be from the perspective of somebody who did not play the video game at all. Not for 1 second. I didn't play chapter 1. I didn't play the tutorial. I've never loaded Uncharted in my life. So I have no opinion of how this translates. And a lot of people do who have it the other way. So if you're looking for one of those reviews, I'm sorry, I can't give that opinion to you. It is not mine. And I'm someone who has totally done source material before and gone and seen the movie and just hated it. And then been mad at people who liked it because I'm like, please watch this. Please check out the original source material because the original source material is so much better. I was definitely that way with Ready Player One. The book is so much better than the movie. Divergent, especially the sequels. Actually, the first movie's not that bad, but oh my god, the sequels are awful. Nobody read the books. Anyway, I'm Mac from movieguy.com, and this is a review, in case you haven't guessed yet, of Uncharted. I know I rambled a little bit there. Could have been a review of anything. I'm a blind film critic, so we're going to talk about the audio description for this movie. Yeah, just it's out there. It's on it's out on iTunes. You can go grab it. It's not streaming anywhere yet. It's just on demand right now. It was just in theaters like 2 months ago. I love this turnover rate we have now. It's like things are just immediately coming to home video. I barely had to wait for this. Yeah, like I said, there are some great adaptations out there, and there are some adaptations where I'm familiar with the original source material and I hate it, and then other people like it, and I can't get past it. So I'm sorry, but I liked Uncharted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I liked Uncharted. Okay, so it's not perfect. It's not a perfect film. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Uncharted is, it's basically like someone is trying to make like another Indiana Jones franchise. If you kind of picture it that way, there's like looking for secrets and uncovering maps and like going through riddles and trying to figure out where the key goes and following compasses and flying planes, and there's a bad guy chasing you because they want something that the hero also wants, and it's all like historically driven. It's one of those. It's not as good as Indiana Jones. No, it is not. Maybe Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it might actually be a little bit better than that. Because if we're being honest, bringing aliens to Indiana Jones was ridiculous. So actually, Uncharted might be better than the fourth film. But not the first three. The first three are great. This one, basically, the reason why it works is because it expects nothing of Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg other than it just asks them to be Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. It casts two people who are charming and I'm sure nothing like the characters they play in the video game because they're not acting. Tom Holland is not doing anything he hasn't done in Spider-Man before, and Mark Wahlberg is doing the same Mark Wahlberg performance he's done in every single movie ever. No one is acting here. Arguably, not even Antonio Banderas is acting. Nobody actually required any of these actors to show up and create a new character or to stretch themselves. Somebody as a casting director was like, who can we put in this film that's entertaining, will be entertaining, that audiences like, and they'll just roll with it. And I think people who have not played the video game and are not familiar with the source material enjoy this a lot more than probably people who have played the video game. I can totally see that. I understand that, because I realize that that's what happened here, is that they just cast these actors and said, go do your thing. Do I have to act? No, you don't have to act. Just do your thing. Just do the thing you always do. Tom Holland is a great actor. He's not acting here. If you want to go see him act, go watch The Impossible. He's fantastic in that. He was pretty good in Cherry. I didn't care for the film that much, but he was pretty good in that too. So, I mean, he has range, but there's not much difference from here to Peter Parker. Mark Wahlberg, this is the same thing that he's been doing. He hasn't. I don't think he's really stretched himself in years. Even attempted to. So, yeah, this is just, it's just plundering and action sequences and maps and riddles, and it's fun. I had fun. It's mindless fun. It's not gonna win any Oscars, but for less than 2 hours, I didn't have any problems with pacing. I didn't think the dialogue was terrible. I didn't think the film was too overly predictable. There were definitely even actually a couple scenes where I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that I didn't see that coming. It definitely was. I liked it better than I liked Red Notice, which is kind of in the same vein, I guess you could say. So, I don't know. I just didn't hate this film, and I feel bad for not hating it, but I refuse to just follow trends. I just don't do that. I don't go the other way. I gave Home Team starring Kevin James a B. So I just don't I don't look at Rotten Tomatoes and go, oh, I have to hate this film because everyone else hates this film. And I realize I don't know the source material, and maybe that would change my opinion. So I'm totally admitting that. As far as the audio description goes, I thought it was great. I had great audio description in this film too. Yeah, everything just worked. The audio description really helped me understand, and it's really important because there are like visual clues. They're reading maps and they're trying to get to this treasure. And it's not like an obvious treasure, you know what I'm saying? It's a treasure where they have to, like, sort of like in a video game where you go from place to place to place to place, and you would slowly uncover the clues before you would get to, you know, the finale and boss level and get your treasure and beat the game. It's a little like that. It plays out like that. There's some cool sequences, and the audio description follows all of the action sequences really well. So I have no problems with it. I thought it was solid. Props to the audio description, actually, also for reading the credits. That doesn't always happen. A lot of times they drop out at the end of the film. I will say it's kind of bold for Uncharted to have a post-credits sequence. It's not really post-credits. It's, I guess we can call it a mid-credit sequence. It just is there to let you know that they're planning an Uncharted 2. I don't know if they'll get an Uncharted 2. This film's box office was not that great. But that doesn't mean that they won't get an Uncharted 2. It just... I would consider it unlikely. Unless they can bring down the cost of this franchise dramatically. I just don't see it getting a sequel, but I know that they were thinking about it. So who knows? Maybe they can make it for cheap. So, yeah, it's not the worst film. I had fun. You might have fun, especially if you would know nothing about the video game. So, that's all I got. That's my position. I can't change it. I wish I played the video game, then I'd have a different position, but unfortunately I'm not familiar with the source material, so I have to grade it as such. And I had a lot of fun with this. And I don't know why I feel so guilty, but I'm going to give Uncharted a B+. Oh, yeah, I just had to say that. I had to get that out there. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep apologizing to the people out there, because I know, like, I've been there before. People who play video games and read books and comic books, and then something gets adapted, and you're just like, what the hell? I mean, I just did a review of Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe, and I was like, you know, barely above an F grade, you know? And now I'm B+ing Uncharted. So I realize it might be somebody else out there who knows nothing about G.I. Joe and loved Snake Eyes. And this is the flip of that, I guess. There's balance in the world again. Anyway, let me know what you think of the comments. As always, like and subscribe. And visit macthemovieguy.com for more reviews. And you can go to the Audio Description Project. That's a great place with great people, and they put together a list full of things that have audio description so that you know what you can watch, where to watch it, how it's available, and you can plan your movie night. So in case you don't want to watch Uncharted and you want to watch something else, you can do that. So, yeah, until the next time we see Nathan Drake, I guess. Who knows when that'll be, when Nathan Drake and Sully will be back on screen. What do you think? Sequel or not? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's it.